It's a beautiful day and I'm out in the garden just enjoying the lovely weather we're having. And this morning I was on a walk with the dog and I happened upon a beautiful red pine tree. And right now, look at this, these little itty bitty cones are starting to form on pine trees. So I promised you guys a year ago, and I haven't forgotten, that I was going to show you how to make pine cone jam. Yes, pine cone jam. So I don't know where you're living right now, but this time of year, it's May, we've got these little wee pine cones sort of starting on the pine trees. And actually when you put your fingernail into them, they are resinous and they're a little bit greenish. This is the stage you want them at. You don't want them at like a really woody kind of texture for this jam. So this is a really popular Eastern European jam. It's got purported medicinal benefits, antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. So a lot of people used to use this sparingly, for these conditions back in the day and even now. And you can enjoy this as a jam as well, just for what it is. So let's head inside. I'm going to show you how to make pinecone jam. Well, we're back in the house, and I'm happy to show off. We're still finishing up the reno, but this is like a full commercial kitchen. So this is what it looks like. Super easy to keep clean. Really pumped. So first step is to rinse these off, and what we're going to do is then blanch them for 1 to 2 minutes. All right, so we're going to add them to the water. And so just get some of the resin out of them, make them taste a little bit better for our jam. So we're just going to do this for a few minutes and blanch them. And the smell right now is amazing. It's very, very pine-like. All right, we'll take these off the heat, and you can see there's some impurities and a bit of resin on the top. You're gonna scoop that off and take out the little pine cones. Next, I'm gonna put a couple of cups of golden cane sugar. Just gonna put in a couple of cups of water. And for good measure and taste, I'll put a cinnamon stick in there. You can put some cloves if you want. We're just making like a syrup, basically. So we're gonna kind of cook this down, kind of like when we do our maple syrup, you're gonna boil this down so it's nice and sugary. Forager Chef likes to use apple cider, so you can definitely do that as well. Again, it's just like a really sugary solution. And then we're gonna leave our baby pine cones in there for flavor. Again, I only have a half a cup of pine cones, which is fine. I mean, it's a really, really strong flavor. So I'm only going to be using half a cup today. And we're going to have to watch this. It may take close to an hour to kind of boil down to where we want it. We want it to kind of like a thick honey consistency before bottling it. So I'm going to babysit this, and I'll see you in a bit. And while we're waiting for that to kind of cook down into jam, I picked up a few things from Princess Auto today just to kind of out with the old and with the new sort of kitchen supplies. So this is a little aluminum pie plate I got. And organizing these cupboards is tricky, so I got a few of these little trays to kind of put in like spices. You can kind of pull them out. Of course, these are a great deal on for like $5.99 for 12 these little microfiber cloths. Never have enough of those. And this milk crate just to organize some things underneath the sink, like cleaning supplies. So lots of good stuff there. Even like if you wanted to get make baking trays, muffin tins, they have all kinds of like really kind of commercial. Like if you're doing, cooking for a lot of people, Princess Auto seems to have a lot of stuff for that. Quite possibly the coolest thing in my new kitchen is the cup washer, so take a look. That is super cool. I got it off Amazon actually, and just we drilled it into that countertop. So it's really awesome for cleaning out things. I got it because, I always have maple syrup bottles and things like that. So just so much easier to kind of clean out these things with something like that. Alrighty, you guys will recognize this stage from making maple syrup. Certainly you can make a lovely syrup out of the pine cone sugar solution. Just like maple syrup, you just boil it down to what you want. No, we don't want to make crack candy or anything, so don't let it go too far. But when things start to get really thick and bubbly, we'll transfer it to a container. So far, these bubbles are pretty light in texture. We want it to kind of get a little bit thicker than that before we transfer to our vessel. It is a bit of a messy thing. You'll see like stickiness all over the stove. This can be all cleaned up with mineral oil or rubbing alcohol when you're all done. All right, I think we're getting there. You can totally get this to your own consistency. whatever you want. I mean, they call this pine cone jam, but really it's just a really thick, nice syrup. You get it to where you want it to be. If you want it thinner, go shorter. If you want it nice and thick, go a bit longer. What you can do is just put this on a cold plate, kind of like when we do our jellies, and we can kind of see the consistency we'll get when everything cools down and decide what you want to do. Again, this is no crazy science to this. You can do what you want. I mean, I'm being pretty basic with this recipe. Okay, so there we go. So what I'm going to do now, like you can see, this is where you want it to be. What you want is this to be a nice dark molassesy color, and when you poke one of these little pine cones, they should be just really soft. You can eat the pine cones as a part of the jam. That's why they're there too. So what you're going to do, you're going to fish out your cinnamon, and if you've got some cloves in there, you can fish them out as well. And I've got this cute little jar over here, nice and clean. We're going to put it in there. All right, there we go. We have them in some jars. We're gonna let these guys chill down and thicken up, and we're gonna serve this with something nice and fatty like cheese. It's gonna be really sweet, but it will have that pine flavor to it, but not too strong because we did blanch it at the beginning. All right, here we are. It is cooled down. Let's put some on our brie. This looks delicious. Right, here it is. This looks delicious. Again, I made mine really thick. You don't have to cook that as long. Let's give it a try. Oh wow, that is really, really good. It tastes like little mini pine trees, but it's really good that it's with cheese, because it doesn't make it such a strong kind of taste as if you were just have the pine cones without anything fatty. Delicious, sweet, that little pine flavor to it. Highly recommended. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is an awesome thing to make for your next spring party. The guests will be so impressed. Hope you have a great week. Take care.